Hello everyone. All right, we are back because of Mr. Terupt. We are, oh wow, we're over halfway. We have about between a fourth and a third of the book left. This is Anna's chapter, and I'm hoping we get some answers on how Anna's mom knows Danielle's older brother, Charlie. Very curious. Lots going on at the same time. So I hope you guys are keeping up with all these characters. If you guys are with me, I'm impressed. All right, so here is Anna. Oh, and in the last chapter, just so we know, we just ended with Alexia talking to Mr. Terupt, and all the girls have called a truce in class. So they're all friends, which is so nice. All right, Anna. Charlie is Danielle's 27-year-old single brother. He's the one who dropped Danielle off at my house, and he's the one who arrived to pick her up after our hospital trip. He didn't get out of his red truck and come over to our door because he didn't need to. Danielle was ready. Next time I'll keep her busy so he has to ring our doorbell. Remember, Anna's trying to play matchmaker, trying to hook up her mom and Charlie, who's Danielle's brother, because she wants her mom to have a husband or a boyfriend. Thanks for taking me tonight, ma'am, Danielle said as we stood on the porch. You're welcome over any time, Danielle, Mom said. I'd love it if we could draw together. Danielle smiled at that idea. See you tomorrow, I said. We hugged. Thanks, she whispered. We watched her walk out to the farm truck with the dented door. I held my breath with hope for the entire long minute. Then I was rewarded. Charlie turned his head and looked back. I saw a smile and friendly wave, a wave that Mom gladly returned. I walked to my bedroom and sat on my bed, suddenly exhausted. Mom sat next to me. Quite an afternoon, huh? She said. Yes, I said. Poor Alexia. No dad for her either. Everybody's got a story, Anna. I lay down and rested my head on my pillow. My mom lay down next to me. Is Mr. Terupt going to be okay? I asked. I don't know, honey, Mom said. I sure hope so. She wrapped her arms around me, and I started to cry. Is it my fault? I asked. Mom sat up. Is what your fault? Mr. Terupt lying in that bed. Anna, how could it possibly be your fault? Mom sounded shocked. Because I'm one of the kids who got Peter mad enough to throw that snowball. Anna, you listen to me. She sounded almost mad now. Look at me. Her eyes narrowed on mine. You didn't throw that snowball, nor did you force Peter to throw it. I'm not sure whose fault it is that this happened, or even if it matters, but I do know it's not yours. Do you understand me? I just want him to be okay. I know, honey. Me too. I never thought I'd have the courage to ask my mom the next thing that came out of my house, but my feelings just poured out after seeing Mr. Terupt like that. Do you ever blame me for what happened to you all those years ago? Blame you? Is it my fault that you were ostracized? Anna, honey, please tell me you're not being serious. I didn't say anything. My goodness. Mom placed her hands on my cheeks and spoke softly. Anna, I consider myself lucky to have you. I would endure all that pain again in an instant so I could have you. I've never blamed you, nor will I. You're everything to me. A tear fell from Mom's face and landed on mine. I've always been afraid that you'd end up hating me for bringing you into this situation, Mom said. You're the best mom ever, I said. I love you. I love you too. Mom bent forward and we hugged. Then she kissed me on the cheek and laid back down next to me. I wanted to ask her about Charlie, but I was wiped out, so I closed my eyes. All right, that is the end of Anna's chapter. We got time for at least one more. All right, here is Danielle. The girls are just ruling these chapters. All right, Danielle. I'm glad I went to see Mr. Terupt. It wasn't easy, but it would have been a lot harder alone. I don't know how Lexi did it, but I'm glad she was there because now we're friends again. I don't think she'll be mean anymore. I think Mr. Terupt helped her. Right from his coma, he helps the four of us make wrongs right. I didn't know about Jessica's father. She seemed so perfect. I thought her family was too. I used to think Lexi was so lucky as well. Maybe I'm the lucky one, even with this extra meat on my bones. Maybe we're all lucky for having Mr. Terupt. I've been trying to figure out why the accident happened. Every night I pray and ask for help making sense of the tragedy. Mr. Terupt helped Lexi and us, and he helped me make it over to Anna's house. I want to go again. Her mom's very nice, and when he picked me up, I noticed that Charlie seemed to like looking at her. I decided not to say anything though, not to Charlie or about wanting to go over to Anna's again. Not yet. At home, Mom and Grandma asked me how my visit went as soon as I walked into the kitchen. Did that woman do or say anything crazy? Grandma wanted to know. Was she okay? Mom asked gently. She seemed fine, Charlie said. He came to my rescue and then walked out of the room. She was friendly and I liked her, I said. Can we just pray together for Mr. Terupt? It's late and I'm tired. Sure, sweetie, Mom said. I could tell that Grandma didn't like this one bit, but she went along with it. In school the next day, Jeffrey asked a lot of questions about our visit. He had asked Luke questions too. How many tubes did they have him hooked up to? What were the names of the stuff they were putting into him? Were they giving him blood? Was it his heart rate? Jeffrey, stop, I said. We don't know the answers, and your questions are upsetting me. Sorry, he said. You should just go yourself. I saw him exchange a look with Jessica. I got the feeling that there was something I didn't know. Sorry, he said again. Then he walked away. Dear God, it's Danielle. Things down here are getting harder. I'm doing my best, but it's not that easy. Thanks for returning Alexia, a brand new Lexi. I'm very grateful for that, and I'm about to ask for more. It's Mr. Terupt. He really needs you. He looked terrible when I saw him. There are so many of us down here that want him back so badly. He's the best teacher any of us have ever had, and I just know he's got lots of good left to do here. Comfort him if he hurts, and please heal him. There's Jeffrey, too. I saw the look he gave Jessica. Something is up with him. Please help him. And I'd like you to pray for Jessica and Lexi and Anna, all three of them without dads. That's another reason why we need Mr. Terupt back. And last of all, I want to pray for me. I'd like to go over to Anna's house again. Maybe you can help me with that? I've also been thinking a lot about who's to blame for Mr. Terupt's accident. I thought it was Peter because he threw the snowball. But after seeing Mr. Terupt, I'm wondering if it was me. I'm the one who suggested going outside, and I helped push Peter down. So I don't think I'm completely innocent. Please forgive me. Amen. All right, so we're finding out. Almost everyone in class is blaming themselves for this accident, so it's not just Peter's fault. This is what we're hearing. Okay, so I'm actually going to stop here. This is Luke's chapter, and we will start this next time. Bye!